Glorious day to you, my friends. Kia tara hana asku uturu tatara. Welcome to day number 73 of being, this blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace, growth, gratitude. Kiskana aturu utata. This thing called life. Arahana achituru huka atita. Hiso honoro hotakatara. It's December 22nd. This is day number 73, the beginning of the second half of this series, where for 144 days we are spending time with our inner being and having it live more fully in our lives. And we're doing this simply as possible. We're doing this by breathing, consciously breathing, and chanting, consciously chanting. When we actually chant, we get so much by listening to chants or by listening to any meditative music when we relax and we allow it to happen. Our whole entire being gets into a restful state, this state of allowing it to get back to its most natural state, which is stasis, which is well-being, which is sukha. Sukha is our most natural state. This satisfaction, this abundance, this peace of life, the peace of consciousness, but this peace, this sukha, this ease, this well-being is our natural state, is the most predominant energy in this universe, in this matrix, in everything that has been created and everything that ever will be created, because it's a part of the highest source of consciousness. This sukha, this ease, this well-being, this dwelling in the lotus of awareness is the Shanti, is Sukha. And in our humanness, we get there through Sukha. Sukhino, joy. They're both the same word. This, yes. And one of the chants that always will get me, Loka Samasta Sukhino. Bhavantu atishkana atare arshana hokuto. Katita ihianata artana ashkohuturto. So when I'm speaking light language, I'm not engaging in my conscious mind. I'm speaking, it comes out of my inner being, or I'm channeling it, which is still coming through my inner being, and I'm allowing my heart to connect directly to my throat, through Vishuddha, allowing it to speak without my conscious mind, where I want to analyze everything, where I want to control the flow of everything, where I want to figure it out. I'm just allowing this language to speak. And when listening to light language, I recommend that you listen with your heart. Don't try to analyze it. Just feel it. Feel the light language and how it feels to you. That's it. So we're on technically the day after solstice. We're still in the solstice energy. The sun will stand still, solstice, for several days. It did for several days before and will do for several days. The less than a minute difference in sunlight between 3 days ago and today and 2 more days. Solstice. But we've begun this journey northward with the sun in the idea of death and rebirth. The 4 seasons mapped to winter is the death cycle in our celebration of life. And in the Lakota culture, there is this idea of 3 dreams, where we're The first dream is we're dealing with, we're dreaming about what happened in our past life, savoring the value of it, and what did we learn from it. And then we have this, now let us dream about the second dream, which is our entire being, all of our lifetimes. How does this integrate with all of our lifetimes? This second dream. What is the meaning shared with all of these lifetimes? And the third dream is we're dreaming of the new life that we wish to create once the springtime of our life, of this new life, of our rebirth happens. This is the celebration of the cycle of life. And in this springtime, this equinox, March 21st, that's where the sun is directly over the equator because of the tilt of the Earth and the rotation of the planet. And spring equinox, the sun is coming northward and we're at the halfway point. And then it goes to the northernmost point, which is the summer solstice, and then it goes back down. So we're celebrating our light and us shining our light. Now that it's solstice, the moment of solstice has passed. As we shine our light more fully in our lives, as we spend more time with our inner being, our true divine nature, our true light, will shine through more fully. The more we rest, the more we allow, the more we embrace and embody this sukha, this ease, and this sukhino, our joy, is this joy of life. Abraham Hicks talks about gently tuning our vibration to that of our source within with joy. When we experience contrast, there's only two things that we can experience, according to Abraham Hicks. It's the opposites. One is contrast. I didn't like that experience very much. And abundance or joy. They're the same thing. If we experience joy, well, we're experiencing as our inner being wishes us to experience this last moment. We have the viewpoint of our inner being. If we experience the contrast, well, we created it that way. Have you ever had an argument and we're engaging in the triggers of the other person because we want to get a rise out of them? Well, yeah. We're getting the contrast of that argument. For whatever reason, did we feel we needed attention? You need to pay attention to me, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. That's a part of life. We signed up for this. So, all this contrast is our inner being telling us there's a different way, a more fulfilling way, a more joyful way of viewing the situation, viewing the other person in the argument, to see them in a more loving and a more easy sukha way, and maybe in a more sukhino, a more joyful way, allowing us to be in our joy, but seeing in them the ease and seeing in them the joy might actually allow us to interact with them in a more respectful manner, in a more listening manner, and maybe actually build the relationship we truly wish to build. Or let go of the relationship that we know isn't working, which is okay too. We're all get to decide how we want to live our lives. So as the sun proceeds northward, our light reaches upwards. Whether we're embracing this idea of death or rebirth, the rebirth of us in the new now, which is now and now and now. So welcome to the new now and the new now. By being in the present moment, We'll let our inner being tell us exactly what that means. As we're creating the new moments, while savoring this one, while creating on the edge of this now and the new now, creating with excitement, with joy, with possibilities, what can be done. As our light rises from the south to the north, spiraling up this great pyramid of the self, realizing beyond the unconditional love of our heart, reaching into the heart and becoming more of this unconditional love, which is part of our prati-a-haara, our divine abode of our creative self, this Brahma that is inside of us. Brahma, nitorushka otoryototo. As we embrace our creative self of total acceptance and unconditional love, and we start creating with the possibilities of the higher chakras, and we start listening more with both our heart and our third eye, we see the true nature of the universe. We allow the sight and insight of it gently, without taking, without measuring, without observing, where am I, where am I, where am I? That's not engaging in the abundance. That's the opposite of manifestation. That's the practice of measurement. And athletes measure success, but they're not constantly focusing on the feedback. They get feedback. When I'm racing, I've got speed there, I've got cadence when I'm on the bike, I've got heart rate information, I've got heart rate zones, all being fed in, but I'm also feeling, because I don't really race with all that information. I care about cadence on the bike because I know a higher cadence or a certain cadence does promote recovery faster. And stay in this high output mode and recovering and allowing the muscles. Going into a different state will allow the muscles to continually output instead of being in the optimal receiving nutrients and processing both the glycogen, the sucrose, and the insulin into the muscles to produce more, producing ATP. Besides those details, let's skip that. Back to us being in the present moment. It's feel and creating from this feeling of joy. Getting ourselves first, when we are working with our lower chakras, everybody in our humanity does it. Let's go do something. I had a bad day, so let me go do something that's going to help me feel good. Abraham Hicks loves to call that self-soothing. I'm going to do something that helps me feel better. Excellent. Once we start to master who we are, why we do the things that we do, and what is it that we want, and understanding all these things, and moving into our heart center, our heart mind, and seeing why we do those things, we now get to choose more wisely. Yes, because it feels good. And we know we're engaging in our joy more fully. And we're reaching out into the joy of the things that we do that are joyful, that builds this positive cycle of this gentle tuning of our vibration to the higher realms. But it's to our source within. Because our source within, our true authentic self, has access to all of existence, all of consciousness. And so the differences between us and what's possible, as we embrace more of the possible, and it becomes more a reality. And in our imaginations, the limitations of this physicality, how many of you have flying dreams or levitation dreams? It's just an indication that these things are possible, even in this idea of physicality. As we release more of the ideas of what can't be done in this physicality. And we embrace and invite in more of the, can it be done? Oh, wouldn't it be cool if that could be done? That's the beginning. It's the beginning of the avalanche of spirit. Is it possible? Why, yes. As we listen to our inner being as to what is possible, as we elevate our consciousness through these ideas of chakras, as we really go inwards more and live more fully in our heart center, then the truth of everything, of how easily it is to create, because we, as the highest source of consciousness, created the idea of this physicality, of the earth, of the water, of the fire, of the air. And we created the space in between everything. When we were consciousness, we emanated Om first. Om. And the Om, the first thing that the Om created was the Bur, the Bhuva, and the Svaha. The thing, the meaning of the thing, and the self, or the essence of the self. The idea of the self, out of existence, awareness with birth through Om. An awareness of, I can think what I want to think. I can create that thing, that Bur, and I can give it meaning, Bhuva, through my Svaha, my idea of self, as I ha outwards to create new Bur and give it new meaning, Bhuva, as we create our reality. As we ask our inner being, we're going to do this simply again. Although I speak ideas, we can ask our inner being. So maybe we do that. Let's not take my word for it. Let's ask our inner being. So I invite you to relax. Whether you lie down, whether you sit in seated meditation, comfort and ease. As we begin by focusing our awareness on our breath, simply starting to lengthen and deepen our breath consciously. As we pay attention to the sound of our breath. As we notice the differences, as we notice the sound of our in-breath, and we notice that it's different than the sound of our out-breath. As we feel the cool air of our in-breath, and we notice the warm air of our out-breath. As we feel how it feels to breathe in. And we feel how it feels to breathe out. And continuing this breath as we focus our awareness on our heart center. For in our heart center is the home of our holy fire. And our holy fire is the source of our bright light. And every breath that we take with intention fans the flames of our holy fire and brightens our already bright light. As we breathe in the prana, which fans the flames of our holy fire, as we breathe in our first chant, as we breathe in the Om, as we hold our breath and spend time with the Ah, as we breathe out the Hum, breathing in the wisdom of the Om, spending time in the emptiness of the Ah, and breathing out that we are this wisdom of the emptiness with the Om. Breathing in the wisdom, sitting in the emptiness, breathing out the Hum. And breathing in the next chant, breathing in the Om, the primordial sound of the universe. Sitting with the thatness of the Om. As we breathe out the Hum, we are this universe. Breathing in the Om, sitting with that, sitting with the entire universe. Breathing out the realization that we are the universe. Breathing in the entire universe. Sitting with this entire universe. Breathing out our experience with the universe. Om So Hum. Let us take this holy fire, this energy from our heart center, this purity, this highest source of consciousness, where there is no ego, there is no individual, where the all is the one and the one is the all, where there is no separation. Where there is only unity. And in this unity there is only total acceptance, which is unconditional love. There are no conditions to this love. You are complete. We are one. Where this always respects free will, the free will of each in the one, and the free will of the all of the one. Taking this idea, this purity, this unity, and let us move this unity, this holy fire, down through the chakras, purifying each of the chakras and sharing the ideas of unity with Manipura, the solar plexus chakra. Sharing this unity, both the Om, Hum, and Om, So, Hum, the unity. Sharing these ideas of unity with our ideas of intention, with our ideas of what we want, with our ideas of our power and our power of will. Sharing these with our ideas of joy. Moving this unity energy down into Svadhisthana, our sacral chakra. Sharing the ideas of unity with our ideas of emotions, of our ideas of overwhelming emotions, with our ideas of creativity, with our ideas of desire and pleasure. With our ideas of what we want and what we wish. Moving this holy fire, this unity, down into Muladhara, the root chakra, and sharing these ideas of unity, the purity of unity, with our ideas of foundation, with our ideas of fear and doubt, sharing these with our ideas of stability, of survival. Moving this purity, this unity, this holy fire down into Vasundhara, the earth star chakra. Sharing these ideas of unity with our ideas of root system and from where we get our nourishment. Sharing these ideas of what is nourishing for both our physical bodies and our soul. And let us take this unity energy, this holy fire, and move it down through the root system, down, 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 deep into the heart of Gaia, wrapping these roots around the heart of Gaia, giving her a great big hug, and bringing back her grounded love and wisdom, and the gentle reminder that we are this unity. We are spirit, and we are not made of this earth, this water, this fire, this air, nor are we made of the space in between. We are spirit. We are consciousness itself. As this unity energy, this holy fire, takes this earth density and merges it upwards through the root system, combining all these energies along the way, up through the root system and merging into Vasundhara, unifying with unity, unifying all these energies and ideas. Stabilizing, balancing, harmonizing, aligning, elevating this combined energy and merging it into Muladhara, the root chakra, unifying all these energies and ideas, stabilizing, the oneness. Balancing this oneness. Harmonizing this oneness. Aligning with oneness. Elevating this combined energy and merging it into Svadhisthana. Unifying all these energies and ideas with oneness. Balancing with oneness. Harmonizing with oneness. Aligning with oneness. Elevating this combined energy and merging it into Manipura. Unifying all these energies and ideas with oneness. Stabilizing with oneness. Balancing with oneness. Harmonizing with oneness. Aligning with oneness. Elevating this combined energy and merging it into Anahata, our heart center. Unifying all these energies and ideas with oneness, with our heart-centered reality. Stabilizing with unity. Balancing with unity. Harmonizing with oneness. Aligning with oneness. Expanding this heart-centered consciousness with oneness into all that is. Elevating this unified consciousness and merging it into Vishuddha, our throat chakra. Sharing the ideas of oneness and unity with our ideas of truth, with our ideas of sound, resonation, harmonics. Sharing this unity or this oneness with our ideas of the space in between. Unifying all these energies and ideas with oneness. Stabilizing with oneness. Balancing with oneness. Harmonizing with oneness. Aligning with oneness. Elevating this collective consciousness, this heart-centered consciousness of truth. Elevating it and merging into Anya, our third eye chakra. Unifying, sharing the ideas of unity, of oneness, with our ideas of intuition, of insight. Sharing the ideas of oneness with our ideas of illusion and our ideas of separation. Unifying all these energies and ideas with oneness. Stabilizing with oneness. Balancing with oneness. harmonizing with oneness, aligning with oneness, expanding consciousness, expanding this heart-centered consciousness of awareness and truth with oneness. Elevating this collective consciousness and merging it into Sahasrara, our crown chakra. Sharing the ideas of unity with our ideas of thought, with our ideas of consciousness. Sharing the ideas of unity with our ideas of attachment, of our ideas of adding perceived value to what already is perfect. Unifying all these energies and ideas with unity. Stabilizing with unity. Balancing with unity. Harmonizing with unity. Aligning with unity. Expanding our heart-centered lotus of awareness, this insightful truth, with unity. And ascending this collective consciousness, our lotus of awareness, ascending it into Vyapini, the goddess who is everywhere, our soul star chakra. Sharing the ideas of unity with our ideas of everything, with our ideas of separation, with our ideas of what is possible. Unifying all these energies and ideas with oneness. Stabilizing with oneness. Balancing with oneness. Harmonizing with oneness. Aligning with oneness. Inviting in the ideas of divinity, this threefold aspect of divinity. Inviting in the ideas of Rita, this righteousness, time, divine timing. Unifying all these energies and ideas in oneness. Inviting in and unifying with the energies and the ideas of Vikara, divine change, divine action, and divine right timing. Unifying all these energies and ideas in oneness. Inviting in the third aspect, these ideas of Shrishti, of divine creation, of divine emanation, of sometimes its divine appearance, as if it appears just by magic. Unifying all these energies and ideas in oneness. And allowing awareness to simply be. as we prepare to chant. The invitation is to begin with Aum, which is simply Om, the primordial sound of the universe, stretched into its 3 sound components. Ah for the heart, continuing the sound of Ah, sliding down into Oo for the root, and ending in for the savoring and embodying. Aum. The invitation continues to chant Om Ahum, using the Mala of Joy 108 times. I will keep count. Let us know when we're on the last one. And then concluding with Aum. A breath in for Aum. And a breath in to chant. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Shohotoro Nahatota Shaihi Katara Nahashoyaho Toro Kanahwarahatar Shanahaye Harahate Rara Kotoro Hana Uro Shaihi Kitiari Aranahato Hotoro Katara Hanahato Kara Shanahake Rahatara Horoto Otar Nahatar Harana Hatar Shanahe Koro Hotar Shanahatita Harha Hatini Aryara Nahatora Karasana Hekora Hartana Heda Arate Hitar Hanaheta Utoro Tar Hana Kachareti Hatar Hisana Hatita Harataha Kotor Konahatora Satar Hanaha Sisiariataha Kutur Honaturakaha Nirya Ta Om Ahum Om Ahum Om Ahum Om Ahum Om Ahum breath in for Aum. Aum. When you are ready, invite in a being of higher consciousness, of higher vibration, that is aligned with who we are, for our highest good, for what's most relevant, for where we are, for who we are at this time in our lives. To share wisdom, to share energy, allowing awareness to simply be. Katoro nata arhasata shoyoko utor hanaka artanaherata. when you are ready, with heartfelt gratitude, let us thank this being or beings for sharing wisdom, for sharing energy, of what is most relevant for us at this time of our lives. As we bid them farewell, we can always invite them in anytime in the future. As we prepare for the next phase of chanting, reaching into the divinity, the invitation is to start off with Aying, which is simply aim, the seed sound, the bija mantra of abundance, stretched into its 3 sound components. Ah for the heart, sliding up to E for the crown, and sliding into Ing for resonation with everything and the savoring of everything. And the invitation to continue chanting. So hung 36 times using the Ananda chakra. And then concluding with Aying. A breath in for Aying. And a breath in to chant. So hung, 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 Soham. 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 And a breath in for Aying. Aying. When you are ready, slowly bring awareness back to the here and now. Maybe invite in some gentle movements. Katari nakarshu uturyoto. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. Hutur utahana atita harahateta. Congratulations, my friends. We have completed day number 73, first day of the second half. Interestingly, the first phase was 55 days. This second phase is 34 days, and it is equally balanced on these 34 days. Half of it is 17. Half was in the first half during autumn, and the second half is in the second half in winter. And the 72 days of 144 is equally balanced on the solstice. Interesting. Tarieto onorioto. I didn't notice that until today. Kachiara hasana ekahatara anatoro. And this is day number 18. This is life day of this group of 34. L'chaim. Nitoru ushna haturyoto. The foundation of our life. Maybe that's what today's video is. L'chaim. Nitoru, celebrating to life. To the life of our inner being, with our inner being, as our inner being. So I thank you, my friends, for sharing in my highest bliss. Nitor utuhuta nanayarta. I encourage you to journal about your experience. Nitor ushkanadotokuru hasiwi atarayata. As we shine on from our inner being, with our inner being, as our inner being, l'chaim, to life. Nitoro ushna hatura takahasatita. And make it a great day. Because why would you leave it up to anyone else? Sanatata kutur hutara shiha ata na sahakarata.